Mystery stories often ask a simple question, who did it? But Knives Out asks something deeper. Why people lie? Who benefits from the truth? And who believes they deserve everything? Released in 2019, Knives Out is a modern take on the classic whodunit mystery. Inspired by writers like Agatha Christie, the film combines traditional detective storytelling with sharp humor and social commentary. At the center of this story is a dead man, a divided family, and a truth buried beneath layers of manipulation. Harlan Thrombey is an 85-year-old best-selling crime novelist. Ironically, a man who made his fortune writing about murder would become the subject of a real-life mystery. Harlan lives in a massive Gothic-style mansion, filled with artifacts, knives, and memorabilia from his career. The house itself feels like a character, dark, cluttered, and full of secrets. Despite his wealth, Harlan is emotionally isolated from his family. They visit him frequently, but their affection is often tied to money, favors, or inheritance. The one person who genuinely cares for him is Marta Cabrera, his nurse. The Thrombey family is large, wealthy, and deeply fractured. Each family member depends on Harlan financially. His daughter Linda runs a business she claims is self-made, though it was funded by Harlan. His son Walt manages Harlan's publishing company. His daughter-in-law Joni lives off monthly allowances. His grandchildren believe wealth is their birthright. Outwardly, they appear respectful and successful. Privately, resentment and greed dominate their relationships. Harlan sees through this behavior, and it deeply disappoints him. Marta Cabrera is Harlan's nurse and caregiver. She comes from a working-class immigrant family and earned her position through skill and dedication. Unlike the Thrombeys, Marta treats Harlan with patience, empathy, and honesty. One crucial detail defines Marta's role in the story. She is physically unable to lie without vomiting. This condition becomes both her greatest weakness and her strongest moral symbol. She cannot hide the truth, even when it hurts her. Harlan's 85th birthday brings the entire family together at the mansion. The celebration is tense beneath the surface. Private arguments occur between Harlan and several family members. Harlan makes it clear he is disappointed in his children. He plans to make changes to his will. These confrontations give almost everyone a motive. Later that night, Harlan retreats to his study, where he will soon be found dead. The next morning, Harlan's housekeeper discovers his body. He lies in his study with his throat slit. At first glance, it appears to be a suicide. But given Harlan's wealth and family tension, suspicion immediately arises. Police are called, and the mansion becomes a crime scene. What appears simple soon becomes deeply complicated. Each family member is questioned. Their stories overlap, but never fully align. They all describe themselves as loving and supportive, yet subtly blame one another. Small details contradict who last saw Harlan, who argued with him, who was awake during the night. These inconsistencies suggest dishonesty, even if no clear murderer emerges. A private detective arrives, Benoit Blanc. With his southern accent and calm demeanor, Blanc appears relaxed, but is highly observant. He reveals that he was anonymously hired to investigate Harlan's death. Blanc listens more than he speaks. He pays attention to body language, pauses, and emotional reactions. Most importantly, he recognizes Marta's inability to lie, making her central to the case. The film reveals the night of Harlan's death from Marta's perspective. After the party, Marta gives Harlan his medication. She believes she accidentally administered a lethal dose of morphine. Overcome with panic, she attempts to save him, but time seems to run out. Instead of panicking, Harlan becomes calm. Drawing on his crime-writing knowledge, he instructs Marta how to leave undetected, tells her how to stage the scene, slits his own throat to protect her. This moment is both tragic and powerful, an act of sacrifice born from guilt, love, and logic. Harlan's will is read. Against all expectations, Marta inherits everything: the mansion, the fortune, the legacy, The family explodes with anger. Their masks fall away, revealing cruelty, racism, and entitlement. They threaten lawsuits, deportation fears, and emotional manipulation. Marta becomes a target, not for wrongdoing, but for disrupting inherited power. Marta is blackmailed with claims of proof that she killed Harlan. Fear and guilt consume her. Meanwhile, Blanc notices something critical. The crime scene is too perfectly staged. This suggests not chaos, but planning. The mystery shifts from what happened to who manipulated events. The truth finally emerges. Harlan's grandson Ransom orchestrated the scheme. Knowing he was cut out of the will, Ransom switched the medicine labels, expected Harlan to die, planned to blame Marta. But Marta's instincts saved Harlan, unknowingly giving him the correct medication. Harlan died believing he was poisoned. Ransom caused the situation but never anticipated Marta's competence. When Ransom attacks Marta, his final act fails. The knife he uses is a harmless prop, symbolic of his inability to truly act. Ransom is arrested for attempted murder and conspiracy. Justice is finally served. In the final scene, Marta stands on the mansion balcony. Below her, the Thromby family looks up, powerless. She holds a mug that reads, "My house." The image is clear. Privilege has lost its grip. Integrity has taken its place. Knives Out is more than a mystery. It is a story about truth versus entitlement, kindness versus greed, earned morality versus inherited power. In the end, the sharpest knife is not a weapon, but the truth. End of extended synopsis.